All right, Cuzzy, we're live. I'm gonna I'm gonna share this quick to the Patreon because I know a couple guys. I told them I'd go live. I'm gonna go live for about 15, 20 minutes. We'll go through some of these. I'm gonna set my lineups. Um, you're gonna talk some smack. I'm sure you're gonna want to set your lineups. We were just talking a little bit ago. Huh?
Can I go grab my hat quick?
Oh, you're good.
No, but it's a.
You're good, boy. You're good, boy. No, but yeah, I'm gonna share this quick. We're gonna go live for probably till noon. It's 11:30 local Eastern for me here right now. So we're an hour. So we're 90 minutes out from game time, which means inactives are coming out. So inactives that just came out recently. Obviously, Quentin Nelson, the big guard out of Indianapolis. We both love him. He's active. He's going to be playing today. Let me fix this quick. He's going to be playing today. Inactive. Trey Sermon, Zach Moss, LaMichael Pirine, big running backs inactive today. Receivers, Keelan Cole. So that's a bump for Elijah Moore. Anthony Miller, bump for Nico Collins and Chris Conley. Josh Reynolds. That's going to be a bump for Anthony Ferkser, honestly. Haskins is not the backup to Ben. Gardner Minshew's not the backup to Hurts. Mond is inactive. Cornerbacks, Emmanuel Mosley is inactive. Josh Norman. Let's see. Carson Wentz is active. Let's see here. Sermon might be the biggest one, to be honest. I mean, they're missing Javon Kinlaw as well. So they're going into Detroit down two corners, which Norman really wasn't going to start anyway. Emmanuel Mosley was. Down Mosley, Sermon, Aaron Banks, a guard, and Javon Kinlaw. Yeah, this is the thing that was weird was Sermon. Sermon's a surprise because he was not on the injury report all week. So you got any of these guys on your squad right now, bud?
I mean, I think I do have Zach Moss on a couple of them because I always liked having him because he's like going in Pollard range down there.
Yeah.
But he's still a starter, so like if I ever need a running back, he's my go-to.
That was where I ended up with. I ended up literally drafting more Moss than I expected to, because of the value that was there.
I don't like him that much.
Not at all.
But like Trey Sermon, I don't really care. I don't like him at all. I think if your name is Trey and you play in the NFL, I don't think you're very good. That includes Trey Lance.
That's aggressive. Trace, what? Come on, bud.
Trace with Trace McSorley, but
Trace McSorley's your guy, though. So
did he get dropped?
Trace McSorley is on the practice squad in Baltimore. So I'm going to set some of my lineups. I'm going to pop these up over here. I got to share my screen quick. And I'm going to start setting some lineups. We just got off the phone before this. It was just going to be me doing this, but you started asking me some questions like, you know what, just come on the show. Let's talk some shit for 15, 20 minutes, set some lineups. And so if you got a question or you want to, let's just talk. What do you got? What lineups are you setting? How many leagues are you in this year? How many leagues are you in this year and how many lineups you got to set?
I got 6 in 6 leagues. 6 of them.
All right.
You know, like, I don't really know how to set my lineup in the Flea Flicker League.
That's an auto one, so that one's just a save one. So you just click save, really.
Oh, that's kind of stupid. Can you like pull up my ESPN one? Because I don't really remember who's in that one. I think my team is
Don't you have the link on your thing?
A link?
Or the app?
Yeah, but
you don't have the ESPN app?
I think that would close me out of the.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, I was gonna say you can't say illness. Okay, that's my bad. Okay, I'll bring it up here.
I mean, I can't believe we're doing a redraft next year because my team is kind of amazing.
half PPR. Stephen McKenzie asked on Patreon. He's not in the video, but he commented it on Patreon. Half PPR. Who are you flexing? DeAndre Swift or Jerry Jeudy? Swift. He's going to get the carries, and he's going to get the receptions. And Judy's actually got a good matchup against.
I kind of don't really like Swift in his matchup today, but I don't trust Jeudy.
I see. Yeah, I think Judy's going to fit well with Teddy, but in half PPR, you're either going to need like the long ball, you're going to need touchdowns. I think that's going to be a very low-scoring game. Whereas even in half PPR, I think Swift can pay off because they're going to be losing and they're going to be dumping off, and you can easily see him end up with 6, 7, 8, 9. Sounds a lot. 6, 7, 8, 9 receptions because there's not a lot there, and they could be dinking and dunking. What's up, Nick? What's up, Thomas?
I mean, honestly, though, I don't really think. I think that their offense is kind of. It ain't too bad. I mean, they have a okay quarterback.
All right. Their offense sucks, dude.
They have a good running back. Their receiving core is top 15, top 20.
Who?
You know I love Amari St. Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. That's all they got Tyrell Williams and Quinton Cephas. That's literally the worst receiving core in the NFL.
No, there's one more guy there. I don't remember his name, but
Perriman's gone. They cut him.
Oh. I liked him.
I know, I did too, but now he's in Chicago. All right, so I got your team up here on the screen. Where are we at here? Oh, Thomas says Jacoby Myers or Chase Edmonds full PPR. I go Chase Edmonds. I think the Miami-New England game should be low scoring. I really want to see who Mac targets the most. Like I'm afraid Aguilar is going to play a big role. I think Hunter Henry is going to play a big role. I think they could just run the ball a lot in this game. So I would stay away from Myers because I think Tennessee and Arizona is a high scoring game, and Chase Edmonds is going to open up as number one. He's going to get his receptions, and yeah, I like Chase Edmonds there. Also lean running back just a little bit in that spot. Nick, what's up, man? Shout out. And then, okay, so we got can you see this on the screen, Tigger, or no? I got to zoom in a little more.
Yeah. I mean, I'm obviously starting Gibson. I'm obviously starting Eckler. It's kind of my receiver that I'm thinking about.
Let me go through here. You're not going to – so you got Cooper, obviously. This team's loaded. For those of you watching, this is a literal – this is a home league that
literally
people started –
the draft last year, I hit Ayuk, Gibson, what's his face? Herbert, Claypool, and there's one more guy. Higgins.
Mm-hmm. You had a good draft.
But then I also drafted
But people need to understand that this is an 8-team league. It used to be 12, and went down to 10, and a couple guys quit. And our hometown is a small hometown, like graduated with like 49 or something. So we just didn't have a ton of people that like really were deep into it, and it was a dynasty league. And yeah, so after this year, we're going back to redraft.
So I kind of hate you because you're the commissioner of this league, and and my team. Like, I mean, the dude I'm playing, Garrison, he's probably got me and him with the best two teams, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree. I've won this one 3 times. Sutton's won it 3 times, and I think Walt won it once. But yeah, anyway, here's your team. I don't think you have anything wrong with your lineup right now, dude. You got
look at my bet. The only thing I'm thinking about is swapping out Claypool for Ayuk or Higgins.
No. Nope. Stick with what you got.
I
like Ayuk against Detroit's fine.
Anthony Barr and Trey Waynes will be out in the Vikings game.
Yep. Trey Waynes is out. He's played. Yeah. Nick said to join. No, yeah. So I like where you're at. Trey Waynes is out, like you said. Anthony Barr's out. Anthony Barr's practiced all month. I would stick with what you got right here.
I mean,
Obviously,
also I
your
got
bench is
the best
strong.
kick. Not trying to brag, but I also have the best kicker in the league.
Yeah.
Best kicker,
All
best
right.
quarterback. In my opinion, top 2 receiver.
So I'm going to go through here. I think I'm going to bench Bryan Edwards, but I don't know who I'm going to fill in for him. I don't love the matchup against Baltimore. I think it's a tough matchup for him. He's drawing Jimmy
Deontay
Smith.
or Godwin? Oh,
And
can't do Godwin.
I didn't start Godwin. I fucked up on that. I should have went through my lineups on Thursday. I didn't. I was too busy on some stuff. But I got Tyson there. I might go. I kind of want to go Tyson just on premise of carries. Deontay get the targets. Gotta go Deontay or Tyson. I think I'm probably gonna go. I don't love the Buffalo matchup there. I think they're gonna be trailing those, so they should be targeting him a lot. I'm gonna go Tyson because I think they're winning, and I think he's got the most opportunities in that offense, and I already have Waller also in that. So there's that team. It's another home league right here. I'm just going through. I'm going to try and go through all these leagues, but if you got a question, pop it up on the screen. I'll answer it. Otherwise, we're just going through Inactives. We're going to be on here for another 10 minutes, just chopping it up, checking lineups, setting lineups,
and this league.
Seeing guys. You're not in this league. LJ Collier from the Seattle Seahawks is inactive today. Obviously, Sermon. So you're running back there for San Francisco. If you're still setting lineups in DraftKings, it's Raheem Mostert season. So also Devin Singletary and Matt Breida. I hate that whole situation there. So that might be a reason you lean toward the passing game in Buffalo. Let's see. I don't see anything else coming out right now from the Inactives. Blesson Austin's inactive for the Seattle Seahawks. That's another cornerback that they just got from the Jets.
Wait, hold up.
Eno Benjamin's inactive for the Arizona Cardinals. So they're going to be rolling out with James Conner, Chase Edmonds, and I think Jonathan Ward is active. I don't think he's hurt. Luke Barkley, Tate Galwin, both cornerbacks are inactive. Joshua Kelly. This is a big one. Joshua Kelly from the Chargers is inactive. So what's that mean? Ooh, I just said something. Joshua Kelly's inactive from the Chargers. That's big because Larry Roundtree. So Justin Jackson is a smaller guy. Austin Eckler's a smaller guy, and also came up on the injury report this week. Larry Roundtree, been pounding the table for him. Larry Roundtree's active. Kelly is inactive. That's big. That's big. So if you don't have him on your team and you can still add, that's a guy you want to add is Larry Roundtree.
Also, when you move over to MFL, I think you gotta look at the defensive league because I think I had Blesson Austin and Xavier Rhodes.
It's not good. Pick 2, PPR, Swift, Kareem Hunt, and Juju. Swift, number 1.
Yeah, probably.
I like Hunt. I don't love him. I love Juju.
I'm proud.
I love Juju in the situation he's playing against Teron Johnson on the Buffalo Bills. They got a good defensive backfield, not strong, but Teron Johnson can get burned. He's ranked number 30 on the cornerback rankings. Juju, Ben's back. Ben's healthy for now. As long as Ben's healthy, I love Juju.
I think I'm taking Hunt over Juju.
Why? Exactly. Juju had 5 for 50 with 7 targets on 66% of snaps against Teron Johnson in Week 14. Last year, Teron Johnson gave up 5 for 42 against Lockett, 5 for 70 against Renfro, 8 for 90 against Kupp, 4 for 102 against Jamison Crowder last year, 6 for 58 against Isaiah Ford. Teron Johnson's good, but he's not great. Juju back, healthy Ben. I'm cool with that. I love Juju. And Swift is a must.
once Bell and Antonio Brown left Cleveland, I kind of gave up on Juju. Or not Cleveland, Pittsburgh.
When did they? Okay.
I won't be surprised if Antonio Brown went to Cleveland.
It's another tough one right here. Ferk Daddy or Conklin. I'm going to lean with Conklin here just because of the number one role.
Really?
Actually, I think I'm going to go Ferk Daddy. I'm going to go Ferk Daddy right there.
I mean, you got to go Ferk, sure.
This team died. This team had
the
Dobbins on it. This team had Dobbins on it. I don't know if I love that. I don't love the Beckham situation. He's still talking about him being questionable. He's also got a tough matchup in Kansas City. That, it is what it is, right? Charvarius Ward, Jerry Sneed. I don't love that. I think he's going to be fine, but I could also see Cleveland trying to run the ball, slow the game down, and not use Odell as much. So for that reason, I'd go Odell. I also don't love Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton's a terrible matchup against James Bradbury. People are like, oh, whatever, cornerback match. But like James Bradbury is very underrated. He matches up very well with Cortland Sutton. And Cortland Sutton's coming off injury. He's probably 100%, but Jerry Jeudy's going to have the better situation. And this game is going to suck. So I'm not going to start Sutton here. People might be like, what the fuck? Not going to do that. Mike Williams, another tough situation. He's been injured. Paris Campbell, you can't really start him week one, and so I'm going to go Tyson on the premise of he's getting carries week one. I'm starting Tyson.
Honestly, I agree with anybody who hates you starting Tyson and wishes you started Sutton because Sutton.
This team's fucked.
That team's terrible.
Zach Moss is out. This is the team I went 0 on. So I went Ridley, Cooper, Diggs, Lockett out the gate at receiver, and I waited to get running back until late, and I got Zach Moss, and then Tyson Williams, Damian Ty, Larry, Kenneth. This is brutal.
I saw a video the other day I wanted to show you besides after number – it was the top 13 receivers for fantasy football. And after number 10, they kind of was. It was terrible. But you know who they had at number 11?
Who?
Calvin Ridley.
Number 11 receiver?
That's what I think he is.
Oh, my God.
The dude said he could move up to number 8, which I could see.
I might have to start James White, literally. I don't want to start. I like Roundtree, but I can't start him in fantasy, dude. I'm going to die if I have to start him in fantasy.
You can't start him in fantasy.
So I got to drop somebody.
You start him all day.
I think I'm going to drop Damian Williams. Podfather tell you to start Ty, I think. He tell you to start Ty Johnson. Larry, I'm so tempted to just do it because I think this team is fine. But, yeah. I'm going to start James White.
Lose.
That hurts me to say. Why? Because you hate my receivers?
Well, no.
I shouldn't have taken Hawkinson when I took Hawkinson. I should have run back. I know that. After I drafted, I realized I fucked it up. Here's another team. Look at this team. This team already have most of the guys played. Dak, Lamb, Cooper. This team fucking went bonkers out the gate. Visca, Julio.
The real question is, how did Zeke Elliott score like 5 points yesterday?
Because they ran the ball like 9 times.
And literally half the times were to Pollard.
So I'm going to start Le'Veon's available. I don't want to start him. Jesus. McNichols, Cordero, Boston.
Use check.
I might add Larry. Let me see what I got to cut. Conk, Quez.
Are you going to drop Quez?
I might. Yeah, I think I'm going to drop Quez.
I mean, I think I'd rather have Quez than Conklin, but I think you need a backup tight end.
No, I don't. I don't even need to have a second quarterback. I just drafted him because he was free in the last round. I'm going to drop Matt Ryan.
Well, that's harsh.
I got Dak. I'm fine. You should only carry one quarterback in one quarterback leagues anyway until something happens. I'm going to draft Roundtree for the premise of what's going to happen today. And I said this in a couple podcasts last week, but you should be getting these guys in the last round of your drafts, or like right now, the game's starting in an hour. You need to be adding these guys that situations are going to be like fucking boom. Like if Eckler goes down in the first play of the game, Roundtree's going to get 20 carries. 100%. Like he's going to get 20 touches. Sorry, 20 carries. 20 carries to be aggressive. They're going to give him the ball, but Jackson's going to get some. But Roundtree's going to get 20 opportunities. Like it's pretty, yeah. Like
the real question
that tells me a lot what they think about Roundtree.
Who are you taking? Do you like Matt Ryan or Derek Carr more?
Oh, that's tough. Depends how my team is built. If I started out early, if I go Ridley early or Pitts early or something like that, and I have some stackage, like I'll go Matt Ryan. But Carr is also a good one where if you have Edwards, even you can take Carr then at that point. All right, I got ESPN done.
I love Carr.
Let me dip over to I'm on NFL. I'm gonna go to Flea Flicker right quick.
Oh, so you
and show you how to do this so that you know how to do it because you said you haven't set your lineup.
You know what I'm even more excited for than the games? Gridiron Heights.
Oh yeah, Gridiron Heights is back. All right, here's my team. You just brought up Ryan and Carr. This is a guillotine league. Guillotine means the lowest score on the week, that team gets cut, and then all those players are free in the waiver wire pool. So I'm going Ryan against Philly. I think that's a shootout. Hunt against KC. It's either him or Philip Lindsay. I'm not vouching to start Kareem Hunt, but I have Kareem Hunt. Gibson against the Chargers. Robinson against Houston. Cooks against Jaguars. Pittman against Seattle. I like that matchup. Quezatron. We have to draft Quez. I probably should have started Godwin. To be honest with you, this is another thing comes in. I didn't set my lineup before the week started, so I think I had him out because he had a splinted finger. So there's a lineup, but no. Tiger, when you set your lineup, if you want to change something, you just move the guy like this.
Yeah.
And then you move that guy like this, and you click save lineup right here.
Oh yeah, by the way, to anybody, don't draft George Taylor.
Why?
Just don't draft him.
Why not? If it's value, you gotta draft him. Well, just shut up.
No, you know why? Okay, think about this. What number do you think in fantasy, what number do you think he is in tight end rankings?
Kittle?
Yeah.
Where do you have him?
I have him at 10. I've seen most people have him at 2 or 3.
All right, here is my sleeper league. Here's the Warrior Bowl I'm in. The Warrior Bowl is it's kind of like a Scott Fish Bowl. It's just a big tournament. This week I got Lamar Jackson, Chris Carson, Swift, Odell Beckham. I did pronounce it like that because that's how I like to pronounce it. Odell Beckham, Tyler Lockett, Tyler Boyd, Hawkinson, Robinson, Pitts at my flex. I got Pitts and Hawk here. This is a tight end.
And you got Justin Tucker?
I got Dakatron and I got Justin Tucker. The only guy that I might have to pull out is Odell, but I think I'm going to leave him in. I have Gallup is hurt. Parker against New England. I'm out on that. Yeah, I'm good here. This team's good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That's not a league. This Fit Club league. This team died too. Look at that. Look at the IR on this team. T.Y. Hilton, Michael Thomas, Justice Hill, J.K. Dobbins, Malcolm Perry, N'Keal Harry. Dead. Troutman's also injured. Yeah, this team's not that good. This was a draft we did back in March or some shit, and it was just a redraft. It was dumb. Not even.
Well, league was.
It's an okay team. The team's not terrible in general, but it's just not. It's nothing special. This is an outraged dynasty league with Nate Liss. This team I picked up as an orphan this last year. Lamar Jackson, Kamara, Carson. Quez, Boyd, Deontay Johnson, Hayden Hurst, Logan Thomas, Chark, Kenyon. You see how this team just falls apart late, right?
That doesn't seem like that bad of a team.
No, it's got a lot of work to do. These are big flex spots. This is a super flex spot. I have fucking Sammy Watkins. This is not good. Justin Kinney says Swift or Marquez Callaway. I'm going Swift. I'm going Swift. Callaway, obviously, we know he gets Jair. He's probably going to be lined up against Jair 70% of the time, 70, 80% of the time. But
I have a question
Swift,
for you, though.
that team's going to be – let me finish this quick, and then you can answer the question, Tiger. But, like, Swift is going to be down. They're going to be down. San Francisco should be up 21 up literally by the end of the first quarter. Everybody knows how bad Detroit is. They're down 21 rip. They're going to be targeting Swift early, Hawkinson early. And you could see a game where Swift ends up with 6 to 8 receptions. That's not even counting carry opportunities. I know San Francisco's a tough defense as far as carries go, but Swift should easily be able to get the receptions that Callaway gets. It's really. I mean, Matt mentioned this yesterday, but Callaway is going to have to get targeted 15 times to pay off to beat a guy like Swift out at running back. So I'm starting Swift there. Stephen McKenzie, he's the one. So he commented earlier in the on the post on Patreon. Swift or Judy half PPR. Same reason I just said. I'm taking Swift here because the opportunity's there. A, he's the running back. He's going to get the carries. B, he's going to get. He should end up between that 6 and 8, 6 and 9 reception area in this game. It's a bad team. They're missing a couple offensive linemen. San Francisco is very good. Obviously, we know that. And Judy actually has a good matchup, but it's hard to expect 9, 8 receptions out of him, which is going to help pay off at that price, or even score in a game that's going to be very, very low scoring. So I'd go Swift in this situation as well.
Also, I got two things to say real quick. One, Cody, who do you think is the number one, or not the number one? Who would you rather start today? Would it be Traquan or would it be Marquez?
Traquan is out.
Oh.
Traquan is out. That came out yesterday, I believe. So it's Lil Jordan Humphreys and Deontay Harris.
That is my boy, Lil Jordan Humphreys. He was supposed to be like the 4th or 5th best receiver in the Kyler Murray draft.
Check this squad out, buddy. This one is the one I drafted. We were down in Canton, and we were drafting live. This is the team I drafted right here. Oh, we got Justin just asked a question. He said, last question, Laviska Shenault or Deontay Johnson? According to Upside Finder, both are relatively the same this week. Might want to target Shenault because Houston is so bad. Yes, 100% in sync with that.
Yeah.
Laviska, I think he's going to get all those opportunities. He's got Desmond King this week, who's actually a tier 1, tier 2 area slot corner. But it's Laviska. I mean, and in the preseason, we saw Trevor Lawrence loves Laviska. I'm going Laviska here. Deontay, what's up?
If they played anybody besides Houston or the Jets or something, I'd probably take Deontay. But since they're playing Houston, you can't pass that up.
I mean, they're going to be, even if Houston doesn't even they're going to run quite a bit, I think. But they want to get Trevor. This is look at this as a game between all right, Trevor Lawrence is ultra world talent, right? But he's still coming from college to the pros. This is the best. He went from college to the pros, was all the way through the preseason, and now his first NFL game, regular season, is against the worst team. It's the best case scenario. They're gonna it's gonna help ease him in, and he gets the worst team in the league.
Wasn't he the best prospect since Andrew Luck?
Yeah. Whatever. People say that shit. Whatever it is, what it is. I still like Justin Fields just as much better.
I heard that. Honestly,
everybody
I
knows
think
that.
Justin Fields should be the second best QB in this class.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if he starts.
I think Fields is the best. But anyways, to answer your question, I'm going Laviska. I like Deontay, but I love Laviska. Like I said earlier to another question, the Buffalo pass defense is not terrible. I like it. With Taron and Tre'Davious and even Levi Wallace. But I think the one guy that's going to pay off this week is going to be Juju. And, people are like, Juju. But Juju has become such an ugly thing. People are like, oh, I hate Juju. He's not good. No, dude, when Juju's healthy and Ben's healthy, you can count on 10 targets. And I know Deontay's kind of formed into that guy over the last year, but Juju is still a dude. And so if you have to start Deontay, obviously you're going to start him. But in this situation, Laviska or Deontay, we're going Laviska.
Also, I got one more thing to say. In my opinion, the AFC North, I think the Browns have it won.
You think they got it canned?
I'm not going to talk about Cincinnati, I mean, they're still rebuilding. They're not going to win anything yet, especially because they drafted Jamar Chase over Penei Sewell. Don't know how to really say his name. If they would have drafted Sewell, then, I don't know. I could see them being a little bit better, still getting fourth, though. And then with third, I think it's going to be a race for second with the Ravens and the Steelers. Because the Steelers were so good last year, but I feel like it was mainly their defense. And I feel like they lost part of their defense. I don't really know who, but I saw something that said that.
We had a article that just came out from the Daily Snark. Dovey Kleiman, NFL at NFL_Dove Kleiman. That's one of the guys I go to for mostly everything. A report comes in that Urban Meyer has repeated issues with temper and has become unhinged in Jacksonville. Yikes, that's not good.
I don't really know what that even means, but
it means that he's dealing with bad players. Like the players are just not syncing with his system. Najee Harris just runs out onto the field right now, and the Buffalo fans booing the shit out of him. That's awesome. We obviously like Najee.
Yeah. Also, with the Ravens, I don't believe in Lamar Jackson.
You gotta chill, brother.
I don't believe in him. I like Rashad Bateman. I always like Sammy Watkins, just because I will never start Nicole Hardman ever again.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. We've
why.
talked about that before. We've talked about that many times.
He fumbled on a punt return. He made me miss the playoffs.
Yep.
Or no, that was Jacob Hollister. I'm never starting him either. But
if you guys are wondering why this team sucks, it's because I drafted it live and I had a few drinks in me, and I haven't made any moves. I forgot this team existed.
Yeah. But Nicole Hardman, he fumbled on a punt return, and that week he scored -1 point. You know how much I lost by? 1 point.
I remember that was week 16, and no, it wasn't 16. It was like what the hell was it? Week 12 or week 13? And
it was something like that.
Wasn't it between like Jason Witten and McCole Hardman or something?
No, that was the last week. You told me to start Hollister, and I was like, I need to start Jason Witten because I knew he was going to play good. But I started Jacob Hollister, and he scored like two points.
Yeah.
And Jason Witten scored like 13.
That's brutal.
He would have won the game, or he would have made the playoffs for me. I mean, the next week I would have scored nothing, but still.
Appreciate it, Justin. Appreciate it. Best of luck this weekend. Best of luck today, tomorrow. Week 1, we're here. We love it. Just setting a few more lineups. I'll go through a couple more, and then we'll chop off here in a minute.
But what I was saying about the Browns earlier is...
What's up?
I don't know. They have... To me, I love Baker. He's a top 10 quarterback in my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe... probably about around 10. And then with their running backs, they have... Chubb is a top 10 running back. And if he goes down, you have a top 20 running back to back him up, who you know is good because he's a backup and he still is being started in a lot of leagues. And then when their receivers, I don't love their receivers. I never loved OBJ or Jarvis Landry or Rashard Higgins. Yeah. But Donovan Peoples-Jones, I mean, I think he's good. Tight end, they have 3 guys that can play. There's the Harrison Bryant, Njoku, and whoever that other bum is. Austin Hooper. And then I don't think their O-line's very bad. I think having a decent O-line, because most teams I feel like have a terrible O-line, but they have an okay O-line. So I'd say their defense, it's nothing to brag about, but
I want to answer the first question from Steven in the chat. Is Joshua Kelly droppable in Dynasty? Depends how deep your league is. Depends on I don't know why he's still on the team, right? Why didn't they cut him? If they knew they were gonna make him inactive, why not cut him? Like even at this point where Eckler is the injury thing came out, how is he not active in that situation? Why did they not cut him coming out of camp if they didn't love him? And we know this, Eckler said this in the podcast with Matt, 2 weeks ago. He's like, there is politics in NFL football. Like new coaches come in, they draft their guy. That's what it is. It's their guy that they keep their guy. If they didn't draft you, they have nothing for you. Like unless you're like, a generational talent. But Joshua Kelly, if he's just an average dude, which I don't think he's, I don't think he's nothing special, but he's a guy that can fill in. He's a Carlos Hyde type that can just fill in and do things. But if this coaching staff doesn't want him, he's still an athlete. He's still best comparable to Sony Michel. He's got 81st, 78th percentile, 40 in speed score, 60th percentile. He's not a non-athlete. He's not 24 years old yet. He's a 4th round pick. I hope they cut him. I hope they cut him and let him go somewhere that needs a running back, wants a running back. There's a lot of situations that I think he would fit well into. But obviously, I think this is a lot more about Roundtree than anything. But to answer your question, depends how deep your league is. Depends what your roster spots look like, how many roster spots you got. If it's a big league, I'm holding him. And if it's a shallow league where there's actually guys available on the waiver wire, I might drop him in favor of something that's going to help me now. Because I think Kelly might be a situation where he's got to go somewhere else to earn the role. And even at that point, the whole season's burned. And then you're looking at, 2022 is when he's going to do something. And at that point, he's 24.8. I wouldn't have a problem cutting him at all. Kirk, he says, hey, guys, pick 2. Allen Robinson, T. Higgins, Brandon Ayuk. So I know Brandon Ayuk's got a nice, juicy matchup. Huh?
I don't know why, but I thought Rashard Higgins, and I was like...
No. So Brandon Ayuk has a juicy matchup against Detroit. Also, just realized my mic was like 4 feet away, so hopefully you guys could hear me. So Brandon Ayuk has a juicy matchup against Detroit. The thought process is that, they're going to be winning, but guess what? You have to get to that point first. So I like Ayuk 100%. He's got killer matchup. And then the next one, I like A-Rob and I like Higgins, but I would lean A-Rob. And people are like, well, A-Rob gets Ramsey. Yeah, A-Rob gets Ramsey, but guess what? Ramsey's not going to just key in on Robinson because he knows that Mooney is good.
See,
so he's going to be on Mooney and he's going to be on Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson's going to get his. That's the safety blanket. Dalton knows who his best player is. Allen Robinson's his best player. Still assume he's going to be just fine. I haven't been big on T. Higgins. And he's getting Bashad Breeland, Patrick Peterson. He's getting tough dudes. And this Vikings pass rush is – I think this is a non-biased take. I think the NFL is going to be awoken today. A, how fucking bad the Bengals offensive line is. And B, how improved the Vikings defensive line is. Because the Vikings defensive line is healthy. They got all their dudes back and some depth. They're going to be able to be rotating guys – second, third down, they're going to Everson Griffin is now a third down guy. Stephen Weatherly's a third down guy. DJ Wonham, Michael Pierce, Dalvin Tomlinson, Daniel Hunt. This is going to be scary. So I'm just saying from that standpoint, one sec, buddy, and then I'll let you jump in. From that standpoint, I don't love Cincinnati at all today. I'm not starting anybody. The only guy I think that I'm starting is obviously, you can see on the screen, I'm starting Chase in this league because what am I going to do? Start Diami? I think Chase has more upside there. Anyways, the point is that I also don't have Allen Robinson. That's the point. I don't love I don't love this matchup at all for Cincinnati. So I'm going Robinson, Ayuk, and I don't think it's close for Higgins, though, to be honest. What's up, dude?
I mean, I'm just saying if we've got what's his name? Linval Joseph back. The Vikings, we'd have the whole squad back.
We're fine, dude. This literally Dalvin Tomlinson is exactly the situation. So when we got Linval Joseph from the Giants, he was the exact same age that Dalvin Tomlinson is right now. He came from the Giants just like Dalvin Tomlinson did right now. He's the second coming of like that in our defense. Dalvin Tomlinson is going to be good shit.
And I always like Stephen Weatherly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great – I don't even know about backup. Like, I'd say he's –
This team's fucked.
Are we in MFL yet or no?
Yeah, dude, I'm on MFL. This is a team I picked up. This is in the pigs. This is a very, very tough league because it's all auctioned. I picked it up as a orphan, and I had no quarterback to start. And then I traded Herbert before he broke out last year, so I fucked up on that. And then I got Fields, and I was hoping Fields was going to start week 1, but he's not. So I got Locke here, and I think I'm going to leave Locke because I have to have a starting quarterback, which blows.
Is Locke even going to start though?
No, it's Teddy. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm kind of like I'm burning that spot. I'm not expecting to win this year. This is a building team. I'm building up on this. So yeah.
Also, if you go to my teams, there's the biggest thing I want to talk about. Should I start? Oh, what's his face? Go to the Just go to my account.
For what?
Because I got a couple of things in there that I don't know who to start.
Which league?
It's the. I think it's the.
Come on, dude.
Do the Scott Fishbowl quick, because I need to see.
We got to get off here. It's already 12:20. We're gonna get off at 12. Let's see. What do you got?
I gotta see all of them quick.
Moss is out.
Yeah.
Higbee, Troutman are in. Corey Davis, DJ Chark, AJ Brown, Josh Jacobs, Kareem Hunt, Gibson, Tanny, Hurt.
I'm gonna need to go grab someone though, because
start Mooney.
Mooney wasn't starting.
No, you had Moss in.
Go to my corners though. Oh wait,
you don't have corners in this league, Tiger.
It's the wrong league.
Harbaugh, Mayfield.
Shall I start Tua? No.
Davis, Jacobs, Brown, Callaway, Godwin, Chenault, Shep, Sutton, Fant, Tanyan, punter, kicker, defense, 2 DNs, linebackers. You got both your corners here, but Zave is out. Did you put in a claim?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
At least I hope I did.
I wonder when it goes through. What times go through? Oh, I went through at 10 o'clock. You missed it.
Well, that ain't good.
So you're going to have an empty spot on your team.
Well, maybe he'll just come off the sideline and get
That's not good, bro. All right, let me see if you got any guys on your taxi squad?
You know, we have like Cole Kmet and
you don't have any corners on your taxi squad. That's okay. That's what I was checking to see if you had any corners. All right, so your team looks set though. You don't have any injuries starting other than Rhodes, which sucks.
No, can you go to there's one more team. I don't remember what it is though.
Savages?
Might be, I don't know.
The League of Savages, Burrow, Lawrence, Jacobs, Mixon, Marquise, DJ Chark, Tyreek, Deontay.
No, I didn't believe.
Ebron. This team's fine. And then you get your last team is the Debbie team.
Yep, that's the receiver team I need to.
Taysom and Hurts.
Do I start
Harris,
Taysom?
Henderson. No, I don't think you start Taysom. Let's see
now
what else you got though.
Now I got to pick 2 here. Do I Christian Kirk, Slayton, and Tyrell?
No. You got 4 receivers here. I wouldn't start Tyrell. I'm not big on Slayton. Slayton, he's a guy that's going to catch 1 ball, 2 balls deep if he does. I don't want to play that game against Denver. Amir's there. none of these running backs are going to be starting.
Go to tight end.
It's pretty sure it's tight end premium, isn't it?
Oh, if it's tight end premium, then I gather there are at least 2.
Tight end, 1.75. Yeah, it's premium.
Per yard or per catch?
Per catch. So it's premium, and for that I would go. Probably go Conklin. Rudolph is in a weird spot because I don't love Jonnu. I don't. Yeah, dude, that's a tough one. I think I'd go Conklin for week 1.
The CD. Oh, I know. CD already played.
I go Conklin. I go Conklin here.
Okay. It don't really make me mad. I'm looking at my time to see like when the games will start. Besides my things, but my clock on my iPad is like 15 minutes fast.
Yeah. I'm gonna set one more, and then we'll go. We gotta drop off because I gotta set like fucking 20 more lineups, and I haven't gotten shit done on the stream other than set like 2 lineups because we've been going through multiple things. This team I got Mac, Lawrence, Hunt, Ron, Moss not starting, Devontae Adams, AJ Brown, Thielen, Hawk, Kelsey, Tanya. You like those tight ends?
Who are they?
This is premium. Hawkinson, Kelsey, and Tanya.
I love that.
So start that one. That one's good to go. Ship
Those
it.
are like my 3 favorite tight ends.
This team's absolutely trash.
Just start that Larry roulette guy.
In that league?
Yeah.
His name's Larry Roundtree, boss.
I think roulette sounds better.
I don't have him in this league.
Just start him.
That team sucks anyway. Well, this is some cool breaking news if you're still listening. The Panthers have announced that some guy replied to my shit and said, Justin Jackson, shut the fuck up. Panthers have announced that Shaq Thompson and Jermaine Carter are changing their jersey numbers effective immediately prior to this game. Well, Shaq Thompson's changing his number from 54 to 7. Carter's going from 56 to 4. And then he puts they're getting in Zach Wilson's head early. That's cool. All right. 5 more minutes and we're jumping off here. You got any questions? Get them in.
Is there even is there a rule on like jersey numbers? Like the quarterbacks have to wear like under 15 or something?
They just changed all the numbers. They just changed all the rules this year. So I got Darnold, Wilson, and Rodgers. This is a tough one for me here. I got to start 2 QBs. I think I'm going to go Darnold because he's got more weapons.
I think I'd take Darnold and Zach Wilson.
And you'd bench Rodgers?
It's a joke.
Oh,
I'd probably take Darnold over Wilson.
Think so?
Yeah.
Should we just do not a lot of upside with Darnold, though.
He's got his receivers.
All right, Barkley, Gaskin, Henry, we're good there. Ayuk, Cup, Moore, Shep, no injuries. Ferk, Ton, Waller, do it to him. That team's set. And we'll finish it out with the good team. This was the team I won the championship with last year in a safe league. This is called – oh, that's not the team. Where'd it go? Dynasty, right there. Superflex, tight end premium. Check this team out. I had Fitzpatrick and Kyler Murray last year in a Superflex league. I won the championship on Kyler Murray's back. Fitz was in and out. I didn't start him every week. Now I got Mac. So I got Mac, Kyler, Cook, Henry, Sanders. I got Lockett, McLaurin, Chenault, Gesicki, Logan Thomas. That's the boys. And I got Aguilar, Edwards benched. Sitting pretty. All right. That'll do it. It's 12:27. Go grab a snack, get a beer, sit out in front of TV, It's Sunday. Let's watch some football. Let's enjoy it. Week 1. Tiger, appreciate you hopping on here with me, talking some shit and setting your lineups. Make sure you go check your other lineups in your other leagues and shit. But yeah.
I don't think I have any more leagues, to be honest with you.
Sit my ass down on this couch, watch my TVs, and we'll watch some fantasy football. If you got any questions, tweet at me, DM me.
You're gonna watch
do it up.
You're gonna watch them up in your office?
You want to see my setup here? I'll show you guys my setup. So here's my here's what you can usually see. Is this here's my screens here. That's where I'm gonna be watching football right over there.
Oh, I thought you'd be watching it downstairs.
Nah, dude, 4 TVs. We're good there. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Appreciate you guys checking it out. Tiger, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.